What is up, y'all? This is Basar here to just give you a quick preview and a couple quick thoughts on this upcoming pay-per-view, the next upcoming pay-per-view. It's not One Night Stand anymore. It is now called Extreme Rules. This pay-per-view will take place in about a week and a half. And, I've already done a video on this where I basically previewed all the matches. But, I just want to give sort of my thoughts on this show, since a lot of people, this show's gotten a lot of criticism, let's just say, for its card going into it. One Night Stands, ever since they've sort of, it's become WWE One Night Stand, has always been a favorite idea of mine. I like the fact that, they have that one night a year where, they go extreme. They have their whole card as, sort of extreme matches. Sort of like what Lockdown is to TNA, it's all steel cage matches. You got that to look forward to. Here, you got, every single match that has, a hardcore or a stipulation type match to it. So I do like that, and I do like the fact that there's a different kind of stipulation for everyone. Now, One Night Stand in the past 2 years have not been as good as One Night Stand 2005 or 2006. But I believe, last year's I believe was a good show. A year before that, okay show. So, and a lot of people are saying, this is Judgment Day 2 basically with Extreme Rules attached to them. That is true. For 5 out of the 7 matches announced, they are Judgment Day rematches. And but when I was reviewing Judgment Day, and when I was watching Judgment Day actually, I was noticing, a few of those matches would have been better with, hardcore type stipulations, blah blah blah, and I was actually saying in my mind, I hope these two guys have a rematch at Extreme Rules under another stipulation. 2 matches that come to mind for that would be John Cena, Big Show, and Randy Orton, Batista, who both have rematches at Extreme Rules. So, okay. I want them, since this is basically ECW's pay-per-view, like ECW was the one that brought this back into effect back in 2005, who brought this pay-per-view into effect nowadays. I think that they should have more than one match on the show. I'm hoping that they should, because, last year they only had one match on the show. They didn't even have an ECW title match. I didn't like that too much. A year before that, they had 2 or 3 matches a year before that, and I did like that. So, I think ECW should have at least one more match. And if I was going to add that match, I would have it as either Finlay versus Teddy Hart in a Belfast Brawl. No, sorry. Finlay versus David Hart Smith. Teddy Hart's not with WWE. Finlay versus David Hart Smith in a Belfast Brawl. Or if you want to make it better, I think that this would be a great match. I would have Finlay and Evan Bourne versus Heart Generation version 2 in a Belfast Brawl. I think that would be a great match, and I think that would be a great match to kick off the show with, right? So, if you want, if they were to add a match like that to the card, I would definitely not mind that. I don't think the fans would either, since, like I said, this is ECW's pay-per-view. They should have more recognition than one match on the show. Other matches on the card. Let's go with John Cena versus Big Show as the next one. Okay, in order for this match to be successful, since, like I said before, these two guys have never had I think the highest match I've rated with these two guys in it, one-on-one, is 2.5 stars, and I was even contemplating rating it that. This was back this year on Raw, right before Mania. I think it was in March. And I thought that they actually put on a damn decent match, but these two guys need a stipulation to their match. It's needed, since these two guys have never had chemistry together. They've never worked well together, But if they want to make this match good, 2 things. 1, it needs to be 10 minutes and no more. 2, don't have Big Show dominate John Cena for 90% of the match and then have John Cena win. Superman's way at everything and win. No. In a match like this, I know it's big man versus smaller man, but this makes sense. Since both guys are powerhouse wrestlers, John Cena has this feud going on with the Big Show, so you'd think he'd be more pissed going in there. So, if it were me, I'd have, Cena rush the ring, start beating the shit out of Big Show, then Big Show, and then they go back and forth like that, have an even amount of offense each, so that the crowd won't get bored with all that. So, and also if they also want to make this match very successful, I think they should use limited weapons. Don't rely on the weapons to bring this match out. Use a chain or a chair or something like that. But don't put each other through tables, blah blah blah. Because I don't think that would work well for these two guys, right? So, like I said, have it 10 minutes and have the offense even. Have it even. Don't just, like I said, don't have Big Show dominate Cena and then Cena come back within a minute later and then he makes Big Show tap at it. So, if the offense is even and if the crowd's really into it, I honestly believe these two guys can have a good match. My heart's set there, and hopefully they do. So, other matches on the card: CM Punk versus Umaga in a Samoan strap match. I actually am looking forward to this match. I am a fan of these dog collar strap chain match. A lot of people aren't, but I am. I like them. These two guys had a good match at Judgment Day. In order for this one to be better, they're going to need more time for one thing. Give them 20 minutes at least, because they can work that kind of a match. And it's also going to need CM Punk. I think CM Punk should be dominated for a good portion of the match, since Umaga is the bigger wrestler. He's like the powerhouse kind of guy, and basically like he did at Judgment Day, but have him more vicious, have him more crazy going. I think that would work out very, very well for this match. And if they want to add blood, I know they're going with their whole thing about blood right now, but have CM Punk blade. That's how I would do it. Just to get the match really, really over with the crowd. Have CM Punk blade. I think that would work out very well for this match. And I'm calling CM Punk to win, so that they will have 1-1 and probably have a third match at Great American Bash or something like that. Then we also have Rey Mysterio versus Chris Jericho in a no disqualification match. I like this stipulation. These two guys do not need weapons to have a great match. In this match, all I want is an awesome wrestling match. Maybe a chair and a table or two, but that's as far as they go. I don't want to see trash cans and candlestick, blah, blah, blah. I think that would take away from a good match from these guys. So they had a great match at well, not great, but a very good match at Judgment Day, and I honestly believe they can top themselves here. Wow, I'm having trouble talking. And honestly believe that they can have a hell of a match. But like I said, don't have them overuse the weapons. They can do a great match with using very limited stuff, and that's all they need. So that's about all I got to say about that match. Then we got a match that was just announced. It is a pig pen or something like that match. Friggin' Santina Marella versus Vicky Guerrero. Just when you think that they have a great card going, you want to go in, you want to see every match, they throw in this crap. I'm not even going to talk about this. This is going to be, without a doubt, worst match of the night. I don't care if Big Show and John Cena is worse than their match at Judgment Day. This is going to be the worst match of the night, right? And I see no way how this match can be good or decent, how this can go well at all. The only thing that could save it a little bit is keep it 2 minutes. That's about it. So, and the crowd doesn't even care about this thing anymore, so they've fallen completely out of it. So, the ECW title match, triple threat match, Jack Swagger versus Christian versus Tommy Dreamer in an Extreme Rules match. I love this. I would have rather it been just a one-on-one match, but I do love the fact that it is still Extreme Rules, and the fact that it is these three. These three are all very good wrestlers, so I'm expecting a great match, and probably one of the best ECW title matches. If it's given 15-20 minutes, probably one of the best ECW title matches ever. It looks like a great match, it could be. So then we have the cage match, Randy Orton versus Batista. I've already talked about this match. Like I said, overbook it, keep it between 12 and 15 minutes, no more than that. And and then have blood. This match needs blood. It needs it. It desperately needs it. So, and Edge and Hardy gonna be a great match. Gonna be these two guys are masters of the ladder match. You're gonna see some cool stuff. And this is probably the match I'm looking forward to most on the show, and I think a lot of people are too. So that's what I gotta say. I think it looks like a pretty solid show, other than